I'm Manish Kumar Kar. I'm pursuing my MTech in IIT KGB, and today I'm going to teach about basic concept in geometry. Okay, let's start today. Basic concepts in geometry. Right. Is 70% of the geometry concept, meaning mathematics concept, come from Greece. Like ancient peoples in Greece mainly focus on geometry. You must know about the Plato. There is some university in Greece. The people told that there is some outline written in front of the university that the people who don't know about geometry don't have rights to come to the university. So the thing how means people are that time people are fascinating about how much geometry they are fascinated about geometry. They love to do geometry. So geometry actually English term it is come from geometron. Geometron is if you divide two parts, this is geometron, and geo means this is geography, and metron means measurement, right? So geographical measurement generally called as geometron. So before this is the basic things means geometron generally means geographical measurement. This is a Greek term, and this is when you translate to English this is called geometry. Let's start with first we'll tell some basic points about geometry, and then I'll continue about some theory. Basic points are the first we know about the points. Everyone know what is points. Means in 3 dimension, means in space. The points define as points is to denote the specified location in space. This is the point generally means that it defines specify location in space. Space is the huge thing, but how we will know that this is a specified points. So geometry point general in geometry point is a basic term we must have to know to define a point, define things this is a specified point. Points generally mean this is a specified location in space. Like if you take a rigid body, like this is a space, like this point A, the point is generally some coordinates like x, y, in z, like 3 dimensions there is some coordinates. So these points define a specified location in this space, that is called points. Then after that we will come to line. Line generally means that it determines 2 distinct points. One means this is point A and point B. It determines between 2 distinct points. Okay, but these points can be this line can be turned to infinity in this direction, and these points can also go to in this direction. So this is line generally means that it determines 2 distinct points. Means if you draw a line between 2 points, it comes to line. Means if you draw there is 2 points. If you draw a line between the 2 points, then it will that point, the 2 points they also go to the infinity. So these points line generally means that the point A and point B If you draw a line between the point A point B, and in another term this line can to the above the point B, this line come to go to infinity, and above the point A this line shall go to infinity. Then after the distance, distance generally means that like there is a 2 points A and B, like there is a 2 points. If you draw a line, straight line between the point 2 and 2, between A and B, there must be distance between the two, because they are straight line, they have coordinates xy, x1 y1, and there's coordinates x2 yu. If you consider this is a 2 dimension, right, this is a plane something, then this point x1 y1 and the point x2 y2, there must be distance between two points. If you join line between A and B, this is called distance. Then we come to rays as angles. Rays. Ray is a point. Ray is start at a point, like this is a point A, and start a point and it go to infinity. This point is called end point, right? A ray is start from an end point, and the other angle, or means other term, is go to infinity. This is a ray, like this will come B. A is fixed. A is fixed, but B tends to infinity, right? Okay. Then we come to angle. Angle is a union of two rays. Like when there is a two rays, like the two rays is meeting at a point. This is end point A, but the end point of both two rays is common. Like the point A and B, this is C. There's two rays, like A and C one ray, and A and B other rays, but their end points. But the end points is common, right? So if the end point is common, and this C direction is also tends to infinity, and B direction also tends to infinity, there must be angle between the two rays. There's something angle like theta angle, like something angle. That there must be angle between the two rays meeting a single common endpoints, right? The angle is generally defined as union of two rays with common midpoint. Angle is generally defined as union of two rays with common midpoint, right? There is some rules is there. This is the basic things about geometry. That's like point, distance, line, ray, angle. That term you have to know what is that means. Nor you don't need to remember the definitions. At least you must need to remember the concept behind it. Okay. Beside the 5 points like point, distance, line, and ray, and angle. After that, this is the basic point. If you know, then you have to extend the like concepts in geometry, right? Like addition of two means angle, right? Angle addition. Addition. Like there is a two rays, ray A, B, C, right? If you draw something like there is another ray which will come to D. If the angle between this is theta 1 and angle between this is theta 2, like if you CAD is equal to theta 2 and DAB, that is theta 1. If you want to find the angle between CAB, then this will come C. You have to find this angle, means this angle, the whole angle. Then you have to addition. If you add angle of CAD plus DAB, right? You have to add these two angles, theta 2, I think CAD is theta 2 plus theta 1. Whatever this come, the answer will that, right? Let's take 2-3 examples of angle and range, the basic concept. Based on the basic concept, let's take 2-3 examples. After that, we'll extend into the area, perimeters, and volume, all of the things. Right, there is this question sets I found from University of Texas. There is some PDF generated. They upload the PDF, and I found that. Let's take that example. Let's take example 1. There is a given that there is a 3 points given, that point A, point B, and point C, right? The point, they define that point AB, this segment, like this line AB, this segment AB is defined as 2x plus 3, right? There's some x term, x is variable. They define that the point AB is 2x plus 3, and the segment BC they defined as 3x plus 7, right? And the total length of AC segment they defined as 25, right? Then they asked to calculate that the x, AB, and BC, the value of x, AB, and BC, right? Then first, at least we know that AC is equal to the basic things in mathematics, that you first have to know that the basic concept behind that. Okay, there is a segment AB and there is a segment BC. We know that AC is equal to AB plus BC, right? Now we have value of AC, that is 25, and we have value of AB plus BC. Okay, we know that let x is a variable. There is a single equation with one unknown that we can solve that, right? Now the 25 is equal to 5x plus 10, right? So how much come? The 5x is equal to 15, x is equal to 3. If you put the value of x is equal to 3 in this equation, like AB, if you have it 2 into x is equal to 3 plus 3, so how much come? This is 6 plus 3, that is 9. And the same x value, if you put in case of in the BC equation, this is 3 into 3 plus 7, this is 9 plus 7, that means 16, right? Then we have value of x is 3, and value of AB, this is 9, and BC, this is 16, right? Now this is a simple thing. Was in mathematics, first you have to read the question carefully, and every question start with the basic concept. Okay, every question you have to start with the basic concept. Then let's take another example. This is a easy things. This will not, but this is a basic thing. You must know that. Let's take another example. Like they given that there is a line given here. The point line start with A and end with D, right? Then 2 points common, two points between these lines. This is a B and C, right? And they given that AB is equal to 10, right? And BC is equal to 2x plus 4, and CD is equal to 12, and the given are AD is equal to 36, right? The total line they given that, the total line given that 36, and the basic, then they ask you find that the value of x. What is the value of x? Then this is same as the previous problem. The AD line is comprised of the 3 line segment, AB plus BC plus CD, right? Now so let's take AB is 10 and BC is 2x plus 4 and CD is 12, right? And AD is 36. This is how much come? This is 14 plus 12 plus 2x. This is 26 plus 2x is equal to 36. This is 10 is equal to 2x. X is equal to 5. Yes, easily you can find the x is equal to, if you put the x is equal to 5 in the BC equation, then you go find the length of BC, right? That is the same. This is the basic things. Let the start with geometrical, the basic concept like square, the 2D 2 dimension 3 dimension figures, and their volume, area and the perimeter, right? Let's start with square. Okay, right? Square is a 2D object when both sides are equal and angle between the sides, also all angle between the sides is 90 degree. Means that this angle also 90 degree, this angle 90, this angle 90, this angle 90. This is A, B, this is C and D, and the distance between A and distance between this, all the sides of the distance are equal and the angle between them is 90. Okay, let's start with the perimeter. How can find the perimeter? Perimeter generally means that when there is objects, when there is like there is a geometrical means object, let's start, the outer surface of the geometrical object is known as perimeter. This is a basic term. The perimeter is outer surface of the geometrical object. Okay, let's start with the point A and point B, point C, point D. When you start the point A, go in the direction and like that, and go in the direction and then goes in the direction and come to the same points A. How much distance we cover by going starting from the point A and going to the point A, that is called perimeter, like, right? Then perimeter, how much this is point A, and this distance is equal to, perimeter is equal to AB plus this is BC plus this is CD, this is D, right? CD and this is DA, right? Then AB is how much? A, BC is how much? A, CD how much? A, this is A, this is equal to 4A, right? This is the perimeter problem. This is simple things, and after that you can find the area, like, right? Area, how you can find the area between area of the square, right? Area means the under whole area is known as under whole means this part, the whole part is known as area of the A, B, C, D square, right? Area is this is the multiplication of area, right? AB and BC, the AB and BC, that is how will come, how much will come, this is a square. The perimeter is 4A and area is a square in square. Let's come to rectangle. Like these are basic things. You just remember about the formula, and if you these things will utilize when you solve a large problem, right? Let's the second part is rectangle, right? First we complete the square and second is rectangle, right? Rectangle is generally this side, like this is a B C D, this is the rectangle, and this side AB, the distance of AB is equal to distance of CD, and distance of BC is equal to distance of AD, right? And the angle between both the means 4 arms is 90 degree. These two arms and these two arms, these two arms and these two arms both are 90 degree, right? And then the like the perimeter of a rectangle is equal to, I'll come like let's take the distance is A and this distance is B. Perimeter how will come? This AB and then BC, then CD, then DA, right? AB is how much? A, and BC how much? B. CD is how much? A, and DA is how much? B. That is 2 into A plus B, right? This is the perimeter of the rectangle. Then come to area of the rectangle, that will come this is a multiplication of opposite arms, like opposite arms generally means that AB cross BC, right? AB is how much? A, and BC is also B, that is AB. This means this area, perimeter, that is basic things. But like the landlords, like if when you measuring some your rooms, how many my room square feet is, that you have to use these relations. But that on that sense this is useful. Okay, you must, the basic thing you must have to know that how can find how much the area is my room, how much area is my house, how much area is my land, right? These things you have to use this, and from on this perspective this is useful. Before going to the next like triangle, I will tell about the important things when you are measuring or calculating the area and perimeter. You must have to concern about the signs, right? Sign, and another thing is the units. You must know about the units. The what is the unit? This is in SI unit, this is in CGS units, or this is in means FTS units. You must know about the units. Okay, like people generally use this SI units because the international use, everything, every units are international, but generally people are used the SI unit. Then come to triangle, right? Triangle is generally name suggests that this is triangle, this is 3-point meeting. 3 point, if you connect the 3 point, like there is a 3 point is there, if you connect like this will come a triangle. The 3 point there is like 3 point is here, if you connect this 3 point, this will become a triangle. This is the triangle. Then let's find the perimeter of the triangle. Perimeter, right? Perimeter is generally means the outer surface of the area, means AB plus BC plus CA, right? Then like let's take this is A, right? Let's take this is B, and let's take this is C. Like this is A, this is B, and this is C. Then comes to area. If you draw a perpendicular from the point A to line this is a perpendicular, and height is h, right? The area is half into base, into height, the half into base b into height 8. This is the area of the triangle. This is the one form of area of the triangle. There are many types of triangle. I will tell later. Based on the triangle, you can find the area. There are many there are other forms of area. We can find. We will see that. Okay, don't worry about that. We'll see that. There is the three types of triangle. Generally, there is three types of triangle. One is isosceles, then is equilateral, and this is right angle. Right, isosceles generally means that when both sides are equal, like A, B, C. Two sides of the triangles are equal, like if you call AB is equal to AC, then this is called isosceles triangle. Equilateral generally means that when three sides are equal, then like AB is equal to BC is equal to CA, then this is called equilateral triangle. When in isosceles triangle, AB side is equal to AC side, right? Isosceles triangle, right? And in right angle triangle, one of the angle is right 90 degree. When this angle is 90 degree, like this is A B C triangle. If you give the nomenclature like A B C, and the B angle is 90 degree. You can see, like we can give any nomenclature, like this is the A B C. If C is also 90, this is also right angle triangle. One of the angle must be right angle triangle, right? Means 90 degree. Sorry. Then this is called a right angle triangle. Okay. In triangle, there is another property is there. All the angles of the triangle, like this is a triangle. If you consider this is a triangle A, B, and C, like there is a three angles: angle A, angle B, angle C, right? The angle A, angle B, angle C, both if you combine both this is 180 degree, right? When you consider both of this is called 180 degree. Whatever the triangle, either isosceles, equilateral, right angle, any triangles, any dimension, any triangles, all the angles of triangle or the three angles of triangle, if you add those, this will come to 180 degree, right? Then we come to another concept like circle. Right, circle is generally termed as this is the basic. This is a circle. Circle. This is not like that. This is oval line. In a circle, if you draw, this is a point R. All the distance, like distance A, distance B, distance C, all the distance, like from that point to the perimeter, all the distance are equal. This is called circle. From the center point, the center point is called, this is called center, right? From the center, this point is called center. From the center to the perimeter, all the distance are equal, right? And equal, and the perimeter of the circle is equal to 2 pi r. R is the distance, like if you consider this is a circle, this is a point C, this is center, this point is R, right? Smaller, let's take it as smaller, this point is smaller, this is the perimeter. If you consider the area, means the total area, this is equal to pi r square, right? This is gone. And there is another term, this is a circle, right? This is a circle, this is called center. If you join the point center to the periphery, and the same, if you extend the line, same line to the another periphery, this is called diameter, the d. The diameter start from this point to this point, it will pass through the center. The diameter is from that center to here, this is called r. From that center to here, this is called r. So d is equal to 2r, right? These three things. D is equal to 2r, and area is equal to pi r square, and perimeter is equal to 2 pi r, right? And then up to this the square, a rectangle, circle, triangle. These are 2D objects, right? Now they are 2D object, 2-dimension object. Like this blackboard, this whiteboard, sorry, this is whiteboard, a 2D object. This is a not 3D object, this is a 2D object, right? Now we'll see about the 3D object, some 3D object. Like this is a duster, like this is a 3D object. There is some length here, 1 dimension here, 1 dimension here, another dimension is 3 dimension. I'll show here. This is a rectangular solids. Solids, right? Solids means there is, this is also a solid, right? This is also 3D, this marker, right? Let's say rectangular solids. Solids are 3D objects, right? 3D means there are 3 dimensions. One is x direction, one is y direction, and the z direction, right? This is a rectangular. We know this is rectangle. This is A, B, C, D. This side is equal to this side, and this side is equal to this side. If you extend another dimension, right, another dimension, this dimension, another, so this is the xy direction, and we extend into another dimension. If you draw system, that is x, this is y, this is z direction, right? There is a 3 dimension. Then how can find the volume? Volume of the rectangular solids. Let's take this is length L, and this is width, this is W, and let's take this is height. Is if you rotate this will come the same nomenclature, right? Volume is equal to, this is a multiplication of length into width into height. Okay, let's take a like a cube, not a cube, like a rectangle, whose length is width is 5, length is 10, and its the height is 7. Then how can we find the volume? Volume is equal to 5 into 10 into 7. Okay, this becomes 350, right? Okay, and the units is either this is in meter cube. Okay, either if this is meter, and this is meter, and this is meter, this is in meter cube, because like this is 5 meter, this is 5 meter into, like this is 10 meter, and this is 7 meter, right? Then these are numbers. If you these are numbers, then 5 into 10 into 7 into, this are 3 meters, like meter into meter into meter, this is meter cube, this is equal to 350 meter cube. When you are doing geometry, you must concern about the units of the dot. That is very important. If you interchange the unit, and someone is the SI unit, someone is the CGS units, right, and someone is the FTS units, then you will not find the exact answer. There is some calculation mismatch will come, because every unit has some division. Then come to surface area of the rectangular solids. Okay, rectangular solids. This is same solid. Like this is the solids, and okay, this is in other phases, right? This is a rectangular solids, and we have to find the let this length is L, this width is W, okay, and this height is H. Like this is a dimension nomenclature. Okay, if you rotate this object, rotation in the opposite phase, then the width also come in the same nomenclature, right? Then the surface area that is equal to 2 into height into width plus 2 into length into height plus 2 into length into width. If you take 2 common from the both the 3, then S W height into width, length into height plus length into width. This is the surface area of the rectangular solids, right? The same thing you can find the if there is a given like this is 10, 5 and thing, if you put this same in the formula, you can find the surface area. Then come to right circular cylinder. Right, this is a cylinder, a right circular motion. This is right circular cylinder, right? This is circle. This must have some radius r. This is height, right? This is if you cut like this is if you cut from this side. This is a cylinder. Okay, this is some height. This marker has some height, and on this space, like in this space, there's some radius, right? And the volume is from the cylinder volume is equal to pi r square h, the height, and the pi r square. Like this is the area of the circle, and if you rotate, like let's take this is the formula, but I am giving some means how we will find that this cylinder is comprised of this, there is one circle, then is another circle, there are many circles, right? If you many circles like this is circle 1, circle 2, circle 3, this is circle n, like there is a pi r square for circle 1, there is a pi r square for circle 2, that will come to pi r square for circle n. Then this will how much come? N into pi r square. And if you add this all the things 1 to n, this is come n, 1 2, this is n, the height is n, and area is pi r square. This is same thing, the height and the area, the height and the area of the circle, right? And the surface area, that will come 2 pi r s into 2 pi r square. I am giving that how we can find, right? This is a cylinder. If you cut the cylinder, this will come like this. This surface, if you cut from this surface, like if you come from this part surface, this will come like this now. This will come like this, and this how the height is. This height is h, right? And if you cut this, and this is the area of the perimeter of the circle. This is the 2 pi r. How the area? How much the area will come? 2 pi r into h. This is one part. This is area of the, how much? This area of the this, and we have to add area of the this circle, the upper face and the lower face. That is how it will come. 2 pi r square means pi r square on each case. Then the surface of this right circular cylinder will become pi r h plus 2 pi r square, right? Then I'm giving some complementary angle. There is just two terms, and there is two terms, complementary and supplementary angles. First, I'll start with complementary angles, right? Angles. Complementary angles means that the addition of two angles, like A and B, addition of two angles to comes to 90. When you add the two means add the two angles, this will comes to 90, like this. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. If you draw A, means if you connect A and C, this is point 1, angle 1, this is angle 2. And as a rectangle, as this is, if you suppose this is a rectangle, then all the angles are 90. Then BAC angle and CAD angle are 90 degree, right? This angle, A angle, and this angle are complementary to each other. When you add the two angles, if you come to 90 degree, then these are complementary to each other. Like then this becomes supplementary angle. Angle in supplementary angle, when you add the two angles, then this will come to 180 degree. The same thing is that when you add two angles, then it will come to 180 degree. And complementary angle, when you add two angles, this will come to 90 degree. In supplementary angle, this will come to 180 degree, right? And there is some concept called conjugate angle. Right, in conjugate angles, let's the line parallel line 1 and parallel line 2. The two lines are parallel to each other. If you draw a line between which cuts between two parallel lines 1 and 2, let's take this is angle 1 and this is angle 3, this is angle 2 and this is angle 4. Angle 1 and angle 3 are conjugate to each other, and angle 2 and 4 are conjugate to the opposite angle are conjugate. The opposite angles are known as conjugate angles, right? Okay, and another theorems are there. I think I'll tell today. This is some Pythagoras theorem, right? When you tell about the geometry, I also tell that Pythagoras theorem. These theorems are mainly useful when you do calculation on trigonometry, right? There is a angle B angle, this is A angle, this is C, and this is let H, and this is theta, let's say P, that is equal to B. Then Pythagoras told that H square is equal to P square plus B square. This is known as Pythagoras theorem. these things we'll tell about when we tell about geometry. Means I'll tell briefly now, I'll tell broadly that time when you tell about the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, fine. I think this is end of the today's class. Okay, thank you. Stay safe. Don't go outside. Stay at home. Keep practicing. All the best.